So I gotta talk about the new DLC for Resident Evil 4 that just came out, the Separate Ways DLC. So if we compare it to the original Separate Ways that was tacked on to the PS2 port of the GameCube exclusive, because it was exclusive for a couple months before it came to PlayStation 2, it doesn't feel tacked on. It feels very intricate and integral to the story for Resident Evil 4. And I'm really finding myself surprised having to say that the remake of Resident Evil 4 is substantially better than the original. And then the Separate Ways DLC is millions of miles better and substantially better than the original PlayStation 2 version. And again, special thank you to Capcom for providing not only the review copy of the game, but the review code for the DLC. All that being said, let's go ahead and dive into Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways, the DLC. Originally a mere add-on for the PlayStation 2 iteration of Resident Evil 4, Separate Ways struggled to shine in comparison to the core game and served mainly as a fleeting diversion. However, this revamped version is far from a hastily assembled collection of recycled events. It's a wholly reworked experience that redresses its prior shortcomings, sitting proudly alongside the main campaign. Now, stepping out of its role as a non-essential adjunct, Separate Ways offers a self-contained narrative complete with new cutscenes and regions. While Ada's journey intersects with Leon's, fitting for two parallel narratives, the new stages allow Separate Ways to assert its unique identity. These areas not only expand the universe, but also explain how Ada could secretly observe Leon. Critically, Capcom employs these unique settings to introduce distinct challenges. Similar to the primary game, straightforward fights are rare, often featuring a creative twist, whether it's attacking aquatic insects or shooting at cursed armor in a confined space. The gameplay just keeps you engaged. The scenarios range from frightening to action-packed, showcasing the versatile gameplay that made Resident Evil 4 a classic. Some are even rehashed segments from the 2005 original that got omitted in the remake, once more highlighting Capcom's knack for smartly subverting player expectations. These reimagined moments integrate more seamlessly here, granting Ada the kind of epic battles that were missing in the original Separate Ways. Ada's combat mechanics mirror Leon's, but she has an edge with her grapple gun. This device lets players rapidly traverse to execute a melee attack or reach specific grapple points. This feature adds some agility to Ada's character, but stops short of upsetting the overall gameplay balance. Grappling points aren't ubiquitously placed, ensuring the mechanic remains fresh without unbalancing the experience. The revised Separate Ways also boasts a smoother difficulty curve, thanks to the new ability to enhance Ada's weaponry. While it may seem like a minor addition, this feature encourages exploration and treasure hunting, allowing players to level up their gear alongside increasingly formidable enemies. The original Separate Ways lacked Resident Evil 4's robust upgrade system, making it feel insubstantial. Now, with that being put aside, this is substantially better, and let's talk about why. You now have an array of unlockable content, which rounds out a richer, more nuanced experience that recognizes that merely placing Ada in Leon's levels doesn't suffice. Capturing the magic of Resident Evil 4 involves multiple layers, and these upgrades and unlockables are essential to that complexity. In addition, a superior narrative structure makes this remastered expansion surpass the original. Instead of relying on lackluster voiceovers and abrupt transitions to cobble together a disjointed story, the revised Separate Ways features organic cutscenes that smoothly connect the dots. These added sequences delve deeper into Ada's ties with Wesker and Louise, while her emotionless voice acting does remain a bit of a weak point. It is definitely improved over the base game, so I mean, I give credit where credit's due. It's not anywhere near as good as the original Ada or Resident Evil 2 Remake's Ada, but this voice actress, she's doing her best, so I give her credit. The story gains extra layers of complexity, culminating in a riveting multi-phase boss battle. And with all these well-considered updates, They elevate Separate Ways beyond being merely optional content. The expansion now captures the essence of what makes Resident Evil 4 iconic, maintaining the unpredictability that defines the remake, and unlike the core game, where Capcom simply had to preserve the established greatness, Separate Ways required a fundamental transformation from a lackluster side quest into an essential chapter of the Resident Evil 4 remake. And if you haven't picked it up, definitely do so. It's only $10 and you can't go wrong with this DLC. So with all that being said, that's the review for Resident Evil 4 Separate Ways, the DLC. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already, and ding the notification bell. And while we're at it, I want to give Capcom a special thank you for providing a review copy of not only Resident Evil 4 Remake, but also for the DLC Separate Ways. Now, all that being said, what do you guys think of the Separate Ways DLC? Is it something you enjoyed? Are you loving it? Do you hate it? Do you prefer the 2005 original? Are you still not liking the voice actress for Ada? Whatever your thoughts are, let's go ahead and get the conversation going in the comment section down below. And with that being said, if you want to pick up a copy of Resident Evil 4 Remake, I will have links for it down in the description below, as well as tagged to the video or pinned to it right below, since that's a new thing with YouTube. And other than that, I hope you have a blessed and aloha rest of your day. Stay safe, be blessed, have aloha, and I'll see you around. Peace.